Hey everyone, it says welcome back to another video. 2-year-old Battlefield 6 build, new dive mechanic, and community poll results about your gameplay concerns. Everything today in this video. If you're new here, hey, my name is Ace. I play every Battlefield game until Battlefield 6 launches. So if you want to enjoy some good old Battlefield gameplay and keep in touch with all Battlefield 6 news, leaks, and everything related to that game, then please consider leaving a like, comment, and a subscription for future content. Thank you so much for your consideration. For about a day or two, leaked gameplay of a super early Battlefield 6 build has been circulating online. I've also downloaded this gameplay clip on my computer, and I was told that this build is from autumn last year, so about the time when they started hyping everything up about the game and Battlefield Labs. And I thought the game looks extremely rough, and I really didn't think that this is a 6-month-old build. Allegedly, somebody came to Reddit and confirmed that this is actually a 2-year-old build of Battlefield 6. Here it is on the screen right now from Telegram. And please keep in mind that these are all leaks and speculations. We don't know the truth. Basically, the people on Telegram said, according to a random guy on Reddit, this build is 2 years old, not half a year old. And the build from the last playtest is also not very fresh. Now, the reason I'm reporting this to you is because in Battlefield Labs Discord over the past couple of weeks, we have learned that they've been saying that a lot of the stuff in there is kind of old build as well, possibly signaling that a lot of the balance problems that were plaguing the 72-hour playtest that happened last Friday have already been fixed, such as Assault running double primaries, Engineer having up to 18 rockets, and for example EOD, Minebot just one-shotting tanks and so on. However, I just want to remind everybody that Battlefield 2042 was once said to be an old build as well, when there was a lot of concern about the game, and then it turned out that a lot of that concern was very valid, and some things in Battlefield 2042 were never fixed, such as the broken mouse input. I personally played the Battlefield 2042 pre-alpha in July, about 6 months before the game came out, maybe 7 months, and the mouse input was broken there, and it was broken on launch. For example, the tank camera screen shake when you were driving around as gunner has not been fixed on launch version as well, so keep that in mind. However, additionally, we have to understand that Battlefield 2042 was also the first COVID game that EA and DICE have developed, and obviously it didn't go very well. I will say, of course, I think the Battlefield 6 playtest, all of the builds and versions we have seen of it so far, look way better to me personally, even than the launch version of Battlefield 2042 in terms of quality. The person then left a couple of screenshots of the Battlefield 4 alpha and the build that was used 3 months before release, but I really hope he also reminded them what a disaster launch Battlefield 4 was like. There's a lot of people who haven't played Battlefield 4 on launch, and they came after David Sirland and his crew fixed up the game. I was there on launch day. It was a disaster, really career-ruining, disastrous launch. I don't think Battlefield 6 is going to have such problems. So, yeah. Okay, so how about this combat dive mechanic? The Chinese site Bilibili, who have been leaking a lot of things about Battlefield 6, have provided a 30 and a 40-second clip, and if you hurry up and you watch this video at the time that I released it, you can probably still find this clip on Reddit and Telegram, and the person basically showcases how this dive mechanic works. And to me, it appears to be a directional dive. You can dive from any direction, you can dive behind cover, you can dive and peek corners, you can do a bunch of things with it, but I personally believe this is mostly going to be used defensively, as it is quite static and it really locks you into an animation, and it seems to be quite slow. DICE's motto so far with movement has been, we will allow you to do all these crazy movement techniques, but they're going to be slow and they're going to have heavy penalties included with them. For example, the jumping and shooting clip we saw last week basically came with the guy having his red dot jumping all over the place when he was trying to jump pick 2 guys. He still ended up winning the gunfight, just letting you know how it works. Whether this is a good thing or a bad thing really just depends on your perception of movement. If you like movement, this is obviously a bad thing. I personally like movement, so for me, I feel like it's a little bit too slow, a little bit too punishing. If you hate movement, for you, this is then great news. However, the animation looked a little bit weird to me personally. I have to say it looked very Call of Duty-ish. So I think this is the thing that people were bashing the most when I saw that Reddit post, is the animation looks very Call of Duty-ish. And I think this is the main thing people really hate about movement. Just never had very fluid animations. And this didn't have a fluid animation either. Your guy just drops dead sideways and then he's laying on his back. So I really hope they're gonna fix the animation of the dive mechanic and maybe make it a little bit faster. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the community poll results from 3 days ago. I waited long enough to show this. At 1.5k votes, 42 likes and 111 comments, you guys went absolutely ballistic in the comment section. 53% of you, your main concern is no class lock weapons. This time around, you have made it clear this is your main concern. The other 2 things, of course, are a concern, but this is your main concern. And I really understand that. It's not everybody's cup of tea to see a medic with a bolt-action sniper rifle sniping across the map, having access to ammo box and healing box like he can in Battlefield Labs. Completely understandable. Let's move on to the vehicle physics. 8% of you voted for vehicle physics as a concern. This is also one of my concerns, not my main concern, but a concern. And what we have seen so far of the vehicle physics, of course, is pretty brutal. I mean, there basically is no physics. I covered this in another video. Just gonna TLDR you very quick. The vehicles feel odd. Specifically, also the air vehicles are just extremely floaty. The attack chopper, we have seen a clip of it from Capstone a couple of weeks ago, and it looked basically like a trash bag floating in the wind. I really hope that's not going to be the final vehicle physics. They're not going to be the final vehicle physics. There's no way. The tank and the Bradley also felt very floated to me personally, from what I could tell from the clips and from my friends who have been playing Battle Labs and who told me this confidentially. As it feels a little bit floaty, don't like it. Feels like T90 from Battlefield 3, just a little bit more worse. So vehicle physics, I'm sure they're going to be fixed. Then at 29% of you, you voted gun and class perk balance. As I've discussed earlier in this video, according to those leaks, this is super old builds. I'm pretty sure they fixed a lot of that already. Hell, I would bet my hand in fire that next time we load up a Battlefield Labs, there won't be an engineer with 2 launchers. I've heard rumors from Battlefield Labs Discord that apparently Tigger has already said that the 2 launchers from engineer are gone, long gone, and he's probably going to have reduced rocket count as well. So I'm sure they're going to fix this as it goes. As it is an alpha, I think, of course, these things are to be expected, I guess. I mean, other Battlefield alphas were absolutely broken. If anybody remembers frag rounds from Battlefield 3 or the Battlefield 4 alpha, the motherfucking lock-on RPGs, there's been a lot of whack shit in Battlefield alphas. Though I will admit, this one has been like the most whack shit I've ever seen before. So this is why I think everybody was extra concerned, because of how whack it was compared to other Battlefield alphas. And then finally, 9% of you voted for movement. I will apologize at the movement section. I should have included whether slow or fast, but because YouTube only has 4 options on an image poll, I really cannot do that, and you only have 36 characters to write a title as well. So it's kind of hard to do like super detailed poll, guys. So for you guys who always ask me, hey, what are those options and why is it always so bleak and very straightforward? That's why I just don't have enough characters to write a novel, unfortunately. Maybe that unlocks later as I'm becoming bigger. I don't know. I'm gonna let you guys, let's play a game. I'm gonna let you guys guess which option I'm picking as your creator of choice for this video. Let me know down in the comment section. It is Friday, and unfortunately there is no Battlefield Labs today, as far as I'm aware, which is a shame, but I have said in my previous videos, since they have ran this 72-hour playtest last week, there's probably not going to be any playtest until Friday next week. And of course, when there is going to be a playtest, I'm sure there's going to be leaks as usual, so we're going to have more things to talk about related to Battlefield 6. If you enjoyed the video, guys, and you're a regular sub, then please consider leaving a comment and a like for the algo. I would really, really appreciate it. If you're new here and you like this video and you like me, then please consider leaving a subscription as well. I'm going to keep you up to date with Battlefield 6, and I'm going to provide you Battlefield gameplay on the regular. With that being said, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow, maybe on Sunday. We're going to see. Take it easy. Bye-bye.